Now in goes Retasona. They're ready. Leaving the gates, they jump virtually onto the turn. Into the back straight, they're off and racing. Vino Beneteau and also Retasona the first to leave. Well beaten for speed early on. O'Reilly's Crumpet tailing right out. Hoodlum Thunder comes over. Regent Star pushing up to be prominent. Right behind those, getting into stride. Down on the inside is Trigger Fish as they'd settled from the Coney's Boy. Langley wider. Over on the inside next of all, Jimmy Rapid back with Friar Away. And then on the outside is Wild Galar. After a length came Campaign and 2 lengths behind them O'Reilly's Crumpet. Retasona's gone out now at a good gallop and took control as they went by the 1100. Down the back of the course they go, and the leader is Retasona by almost 2 lengths on Hoodlum Thunder striding to second. Vino Beneteau third, 3/4 of a length away then Regent Star. The tempo's been hot early. A length and a half away Triggerfish is racing over on the inside next of all and being closely attended by Nakoni's Boy. Langley 3 deep about to join those. On the fence to Jimmy Rapid, who's coiled up down on the inside of Friar Away in the back half of the field, and around them now Wild Galar. Second last, ridden along Campaign and tacking on is O'Reilly's Crumpet. Nearing the corner with 450 left to travel, and Retasona making play for the judge. 2 in front, Hoodlum Thunder under heavy duress coming around the bend from Regent Star. They're followed by Langley, Nakoni's Boy, and they're being followed further back by Triggerfish, but Retasona is off and gone. Down to the 300, Retasona 3, Regent Star, Wild Galar, Friar Away, Campaign starting to get home from the back of the field. The leader still by a length and a half. Gage Reed's empty with 100 to go. Down the outside, Regent Star kicking Retasona. Now Jimmy Rapid down on the inside. Retasona digs in, fights, and Retasona's done it. Retasona all the way from Regent Star. Jimmy Rapid on the rail and Friar Away close up as well. Behind those then Wild Galar, followed then O'Reilly's Crumpet from last in front of Campaign. Hoodlum Thunder had dropped out back in the field. Triggerfish, Nakoni's Boy gave nothing. Then came Langley, who beat one home, and that's Vino Beneteau. Well, it was a gritty win. Not a strong lot, but had to find after leading, working to lead and rolling. Retasona 11, ridden by Patrick Carberry for David Harrison. Salutes in race number 7. Jimmy Rapid in a photo for minor placings with Regent Star, close up, Friar Away. But a gritty performance by Retasona over Regent Star, who stuck to its task. The rails run coming for Jimmy Rapid in the late stages, and Friar Away will be 4th in. So a victory here for the Mount Hellawell stud team. Craig Thompson, BJ Cohen and the Nautical Syndicate by Wanted from Kaseki Bell, a 4-year-old mare, with the 3rd victory in 18 runs, prepared by David Harrison, handled by Patrick Carberry, and just kept giving and giving as it responded to Carberry over the final stages. Regent Star with another minor placing from 36 runs, 1 win and 12 minors by Blackfriars out of Mabel Grace. Mark Wright, Lee Newman, Jimmy Rapid. Number 9 is by He's a Decoy out of Our Samosa, Adam Ferry and William Pike, and judge yet to declare all numbers after the running of race 7, but most likely 11, 10, 9 and 2 Friar Away. The last on the card, the Marching On Together handicap again, 1650 at 445. No alterations there. As we check in on the details, 11, 10, 9 and 2. A long neck and a short head, the time for the race, 1:42.47. So work for the lead, controlled the race, found plenty under the pressure of Patrick Carberry late in the race. Britt to record a win here for the Mount Hellawell team and partners.
Thanks very much, Darren. I've got trainer David Harrison with me. And Harrow, this horse nearly halved her opening quote. She was $20 in to $11 in the time that she was in the yard. Was it any of your money?
Oh, I had a little bit on, not much, no, because she's hasn't been trying that much. She sort of, all those last preps she didn't really put in, so I thought I'd try put Paddy back on her again and sit their hands and heels and don't pull the whip, and hopefully he can talk into trying again. So work today, yeah.
She was getting tired towards the end, but she was really tough to the line. Was the plan today just to jump and roll forward like she did?
Yeah, it was always going to be rolling forward because you can't, as soon as you hit her, she wants to lay down. So I thought, we'll let her roll forward. If she gets to the front, she gets to the front. If she doesn't, just sort of sit there and try and pick her up all the time, you know. And Paddy won a couple of races on her before by doing the same thing. So just tried a few different things at home. She was going to stud on Saturday, so not sure what's going to happen now, because we'll just throw everything at her, put the winkers on her, and train her out of the paddock and do a few things like that. And anyway, it's worked this time. So whether she goes to stud or not, I don't know.
How often does that happen? When you say a horse is about to have to leave the stable or anything like that, and then they come out and they win the race, it happens so often. The winker's going on. Could that have been the trick?
I think a combination, yeah. We tried everything we could to just throw everything at her, and it's worked today. But whether it'll work next time, I don't know. But it's good today.
All right, we'll see if she heads to the breeding barn or whether we see her again. Well done on the win.
Good on you. Thanks for that.
David Harrison, trainer of Redisona, and it just happens so often when horses are about to be sacked or something like that, and it's almost as though they can hear, and all of a sudden they're in the winner's circle, as is Redisona. But I dare say there was a bit of confidence about this victory, Pete, because $20 into $11 and was being able to jump lead, but up to a suitable trip for her today, and she's been able to get the job done.
Yeah, and coming out of a good tempo race there last start as well, I think always helps. But finding the lead, has been a day so far. Obviously, last race they sort of just overcooked it a little bit, but the lead is still stuck on okay. But obviously, it's no disadvantage there being on speed today.
Certainly isn't, and it seems like quite a unique horse in the sense that David Harrison just outlined, don't hit her, because when you hit her, she just wants to lay down, and so the instruction to Paddy was more just to ride her in that hands and heels sort of motion.
Yeah, it really is good information, isn't it? And Paddy Carberry is obviously one of the softer riders here in WA in terms of how he uses his hands. So, yeah, just a very astute piece of training there.
It is very much so. Pat Carberry just about to weigh in, and then we'll get a word from him. He has ridden the horse in previous campaigns, but you jump aboard today, Paddy. David mentioning the horse was meant to head to stud on Saturday, but they threw everything at her, and today she's been able to get the job done in what was a brave win in the finish.
Yeah, it was a gutsy win. She's a horse that I've won on before, and when I rode her before, she's a horse that probably doesn't appreciate the whip, and I just kept showing her the whip and picking her up, and you know, she seemed to keep giving that way. I reckon if you sort of got into her, you know, with the whip, she'd curl up. So it was a good effort for the team. He said he's been training her out of her paddock and trying a few different things with her. She hasn't won since she was a 3-year-old, so yeah, hopefully she'll go to stud and produce a nice horse.
Today she flew the gates and just appeared to be really comfortable in that position out in front, bowling along.
Yeah, she was in a nice rhythm. She's got a good high cruising speed, but you know, she can just sustain that. And when she won a Saturday as a 3-year-old, that's how I rode her. And you know, it probably wasn't a great field today, but you know, she got away with some nice sectionals, and you know, she fought them off good, so it was good.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Paddy Carberry and David Harrison combining there with Redisona, a quirky horse that they learnt just doesn't like the whip, so just showing her the persuader is enough, and today it was enough to get the job done. And well done to the punters who backed her in $20 into $11 in the last 5 minutes of betting. Sky Thoroughbred Central, it's time for a break. We've got one more to come still from Belmont.